to Booth Talk. I'm Brennan. I'm here with NAJJ the Great and Wolf Scorpio. How you guys doing today?
I'm feeling fine.
I'm feeling pretty lit.
Awesome. So what have you guys been working on since I last saw you?
I have recently put out a little Halloween song called Jason Myers on SoundCloud. It's going to do some work there.
Nice.
I've just been working on my hot soup volumes and controlling this ADD-fueled creativity, but other than that...
I understand that. So we were talking about that earlier a little bit.
Yeah.
How many stories do you have? How many things you have going on right now, projects in your head?
To be honest with you, and that's working right now. I have about 6 working right now with different kinds of music, and then I have like 8 more that I've conceptualized.
So a modest amount. A
Yeah,
modest
modest
amount.
amount.
A modest amount of project. All right. What now? The song Jason Myers, was that a Halloween theme song?
Yeah.
So what inspired you to? I mean, obviously Halloween, but like, kind of give me the vibe of it a little bit.
So we were doing the Sober October thing, and like, you know, after you've been sober for like 2 weeks, like you just have like a moment of clarity. Meanwhile, COVID and all this crazy shit's going on. So I was just like, let's put out a song, or let me make a song to like kind of bring myself into like a little Halloweeny. What could happen if I wrote a story like this, but I'm killing people. I am COVID, basically.
How do you spell Myers? I gotta.
M-E-Y-E-R.
I gotta check this one out.
Myers. I'm retarded.
That sounds like a good song. I want to check that out. Tell me about Hot Soup a little bit.
Hot Soup. All right, Hot Soup is this concept I came up with a few years ago when I started working with my boy Spencer. He's actually, if I'm not working with NAJJ, I'm working with him. Like I have a little collective. We have a collective called Deeper Media Productions. And
Okay.
we're basically just Southern Oakland County artists, Detroit area artists, or that are in that little tri-state area, just coming together, like doing some shit. So if you get off at Exit 5, like you're kind of fucking with us. Like, that's what you're doing.
All right. Najj, what have you been working on?
Just making music. I got Out of Love releasing December 4th. So Out of Love featuring, well, I'm really the feature, but we're gonna put it on my album. Whatever. Anyway, so me and Prince A-Rob, 1500 A-Rob, shout out to that guy, going crazy in Atlanta. Me and him made a song called Out of Love. And it's basically just a song saying, like, don't do anything for me if it's not out of love. If love isn't your true intention as to why you're doing something for me, you know? Like, a lot of people just think people are just, you know, just beneficial. But if you do it out of love, you'll last longer anyway.
Yeah, do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
And that's dropping December 4th. I'm excited about it.
What
So
platforms is that going to
surprise.
be? What platforms is that going to be on? All of them?
Oh, yeah, everything, everywhere,
Awesome. Okay.
everywhere. Yeah, I got the distribution deal with Universal Music Group, so they'll be doing all the distributing.
Okay, awesome. Is anyone else noticing that Twitter is looking like Instagram and all the other apps are all the apps are kind of looking the same?
Everything's the same.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Twitter for stealing Snapchat's idea.
Yeah, I remember I remember when I was at Central when I was, I think, my freshman year, and Snapchat just turned down like $1 or $2 billion, and everyone's like, "You fools! What are you gonna do with Snapchat?" And now everyone's stealing Snapchat, and they're still pretty high up there, you know.
It's like what Apple does to Android.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Team Apple.
But I fuck with the stories though. Like I fuck with the Twitter stories because I feel like most of the posts, like the relatable posts that you see like posted on Instagram and Facebook and all other social media platforms, come from Twitter because Twitter is more. They have more conversation.
It is like
it's
it's like the new Tumblr in that way. People stealing from
the
it.
new Tumblr. Yeah,
You know, people are always stealing stuff from Twitter now and posting it to Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely see that, and I'll say that it's. I don't know, I never understood why it took the story so long to get on Twitter. You know, I mean, Snapchat came out with them pretty soon after they started. You know, I don't know why. You know, what was the delay? But
I kind of feel like Twitter had a delay because even though it is a popular website, social media, they only had about 300 million people on there actively every day.
I know.
So versus all other platforms, they're like kind of like second or third.
Do you guys remember when Tinder had stories?
Tinder had stories?
stories.
You guys ever remember that?
Tinder has
Nobody
stories.
remembers that. All right,
Oh, they
bro.
stopped that shit
Let's
quick.
take you back to 2014.
They stopped that
God
one.
damn, that must have
They
gone
stopped
south
that.
really fast.
Let's take you back to
That's like having Kick with
2014
stories.
through like
Remember Kick?
2016.
Remember Kick?
Oh,
Hit me up on Kick. My mom took my phone, hit me up on Kick.
hella news on
2020,
Tinder
like,
back in the day,
2012.
bro. Back in the day, like what, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, shit. This 2020 now. We about to die.
God damn, it must have gone really bad, those Tinder stories.
Dog,
for them
bro,
to,
yeah.
for them to get rid of them
Yeah.
so harshly that
Yeah.
Dick
they-
pic, dick pic, dick pic.
Dick pic, titties. Dick pic. Like,
See, my
what?
thing with the stories is now it's like, so now I gotta follow like someone. I gotta follow what 3 or 4 stories from the same person now. I gotta find what their story is on Twitter. I gotta find their story on Facebook and Instagram are the same, and then I gotta go find it on Snapchat. You know, but usually they're the same stories, I guess. Although what they should do is make it like a flip book, you know, where the story one thing is the story on Instagram, and then you gotta go to Snapchat to find the next thing, and then you gotta go to Twitter to find the next one.
But they're rivals. This is like
I don't have the space on my
Sony and
phone.
Microsoft. Like,
Oh,
are
no,
we
they're not.
really going to come together on
Oh
that?
no, they're not coming together. You just do it to send people on a goose chase.
Yeah, clickbait.
Yeah.
Good clickbait.
If anybody does that, I'm not a fan of you.
Yeah, that would be like.
Dead ass, like you can see me. It's on site when I see
Go
you.
check
in
out my
public.
go check out my Snapchat. It's like what if it was like a murder mystery movie? It was like the knife comes in. Go to my Snapchat to see what happens next.
To be continued.
To be continued. Go to the Snapchat. 2 minutes of that, and they're like, find out
Then
on
it's just
Instagram.
loading because you have bad service. You're like, fuck.
My battery's dying. I can't have 5 apps open right
If I
now.
have
Jesus Christ.
yeah, that would definitely kill the battery. Definitely kill the battery.
Yeah. No. So now, we were talking a little bit about some wild things you did.
Bodily
Certain-
injuries.
Yeah, that brought about, potentially, we're not sure if that's how the injuries happened. Maybe, you know. But what brought about this wild behavior at night?
So I've been an athlete my entire life. So, like, shit, sometimes I get wild. And, like, I've come from a very structured background of I'm waking up in the morning, like, eat this, run there. And once college hit, I was just like, all right, let's have some fun.
Gotta let loose.
So, started doing psychedelics.
psychedelics?
When did you
I started with mushrooms.
When did
like,
you start doing them?
Shrooms.
I started doing psychedelics my freshman year of college.
Okay.
It was right after my second surgery, so I was already done like competing, and yeah, it was a very crazy experience. Let me take this out of my mouth. It tastes so good.
What flavor was it?
It was sour sour pink lemonade.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a good
Yes.
flavor.
Mhm.
That is a really good flavor.
Okay. I'll tell you about. I have a story. I was at Central Michigan.
Ooh,
It was Welcome Week.
nice. What year was this?
Shit, what year was this? This was like
I might-
20s. It was 2017.
Oh, shit, I was gonna say I went there 2012 to 2015. You missed me.
2017, 20. Yeah, I just missed you.
Yeah.
All right, so I take this shroom cake. There's a lot of backstory, but fuck the backstory. We're getting into the good stuff. I take this shroom cake right before we leave the parties,
A shroom.
and
Was it like a chocolate? Or
yeah, it was like a chocolate.
Yeah, okay,
it was
okay.
like I don't know how
What'd it look
much,
like?
but it was like a fat Hershey,
Okay,
but like.
like a Hershey's, like a fat Hershey's Kiss.
All right, you know those king size little Hershey's Kisses we get for
Yeah.
not Hershey's Kisses, but the king size small Hershey bars you give out on Halloween. Like
Yeah.
they're fat as hell.
Yeah.
Think about that one, but like 10 times bigger, and it's full of mushrooms. It's full of mushrooms. So I pop it. It's getting a little woozy. I get in the car. And we hit the road, like we hit Main Street, and then I start fucking really going in.
Ooh, that's not that's not a good place to trip.
Oh no, it's not. Like I couldn't go in a party.
Oh, it was over.
Everyone was looking at me. Or I thought so. I was hearing their thoughts. It was really fucking
Naturally,
crazy.
naturally.
Vivid.
I was like, bro, she's
Really
not that
vivid.
into you. Leave her. like that type of shit. So it gets to a point to where we're you know where Copper Beach is up there?
Yeah.
All right, so we go back to Copper Beach because that's where my god sister was staying at the time. And there was you know how Copper Beach is, fucking parties everywhere, each
Yeah.
corner. We're going into this one party, and then I literally couldn't deal with it. I started spiraling, so I run outside. I find this stoop And then I lay on the ground and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not okay. This is not going well. And I see a light on like my eyelids and I open them. It's a fucking police officer. And he's like, yo, are you good? And then I was like, yeah, bro, you're right. I am good.
You took it as a pep talk?
Yeah, bro, so I get the fuck up and I like, something like took me to this. So it's an apartment. You know those green things that like generate electricity for apartment buildings?
Yeah.
So I lay on top of that and I get on it and I feel the vibrations, bro. I just stay there.
That actually sounds,
Just zoom out.
that actually sounds pretty amazing.
All right, bro. And when I tell you the fucking stars were dancing that night, they were literally dancing,
I believe
bro. They were doing a waltz. And I hear my friends yelling, man, where the fuck is Manny? We have to find him. Like, dude, if we don't find, if he dies up here, his mom is going to kill me. So, like, finally they see me over there. I'm literally like, I see them. They're like, oh my God, where have you been for the last 3 hours? I thought only 20 minutes had passed.
That sounds like an amazing trip, though.
Yeah.
Just watching the stars dance all night.
Fucking freezing.
Oh no, I probably didn't. I would imagine you didn't feel it though.
My God, but yeah, that was some crazy shit off mushrooms.
See, when I was up at Central my freshman year, I didn't do them, but I had two roommates do acid. And they both reacted very differently. Like one got like real like in his head, was like staring at his fingers. Don't stare at your fingers, I guess.
Yeah, stare at your fingers, bro.
And then the other one, like the other guy, you would have just thought like he was just more drunk, like he was partying, he was raging, you know. But like they had some interesting, like the one guy, he was like he walks outside, and I'm just like I was sitting for them, I was watching them. He walks outside and he's standing on the porch. And we were at do you know where Deerfield was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like each they're like small condos and each one's cookie cutter, so they're all the same in a line. And he's just like standing there on the porch and he's just like, I need to talk to the police. And I was like, no, you do not. No, you do not. Why? I was like, why is this? He's like,
now.
he says, they need to know what I've done. They need to know what I'm on. I'm like, no, you don't. And then like I was taking them from one house to like our buddy's house, and we're on our way there. And like I said, they all look the same. So he's like, we got to go. It's this one. We got to go in this one. We got to go in this one. And I was like, that's not his house. It's another. It's 2 more rows. He's like, this is it. This is Daryl's house. Let's go in. We go in, and Daryl's got like a full furnished house. We walk in. There's nothing but like a TV and like a folding chair. And he's like, they robbed Daryl.
Oh my God.
And I was like, no, they didn't. I was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, we're the criminals here.
Yeah, bro, there's a B&E. We need to get the
I was like, we
fuck
should
out
go.
of
We
here.
need to leave. And it was because it was a party, so everyone's coming and going. But there was 2 people in there, and they're just staring at us like, what the hell is this?
Like, what is this?
So we leave, and he didn't. After that, he's like, you led me into the wrong house.
Like,
I didn't. I was like, no, I didn't. I told you not to. He's like, I don't trust you now. Which is fair. I mean, I did lead him to the wrong house. But when you're in that headspace, you like trust is everything. Like even if you think that it was your mistake, you know, even if it was your mistake, but you think someone slighted you, like we're done.
Yeah. Like,
nah, bro. I had a completely acid. I had a completely different. Every time I've done acid, like I've never had an experience like that.
See, then the last part of the night, we're in his house, we're in Daryl's house, and he picks up. We're sitting. I'm trying to calm them down now. Someone recommends playing music for them that they like. It'll relax them. So I'm trying to we're just chatting on the steps of the basement stairs, looking down. You know.
And then the song ended.
No, we're just going through the songs, going through just chatting, and he finds because we're just in someone's old house who's been there for a little bit. And he finds like an empty old wallet, and he opens it up, and there's obviously nothing inside of it, and he's just like, "There's an invisible man here," and he left his wallet. I was like, what? And I was like, you know, like you can follow the logic if you're on something.
You're on acid.
But I was like, no, that's not. He's like, oh, that's what. He's like, well, let me see your wallet. So I was like, okay. So I pull out my wallet, and I have my license, and I got my school ID. And he's like, you're the invisible man?
Oh, my God.
This is your wallet? You took your stuff out to trick me? And I was like, buddy, no, that's not what happened at all. There's no man. There's no invisible man.
Guys,
I was like, pull out your wallet. I was like, what's inside there? He's like, I got 2 IDs. I was like, Exactly. I said, are you invisible? He's like, no, that's ridiculous. One's my student and one's my... He was not my wallet.
Where's my wallet? No, my craziest acid story. I was looking at a. All right, so this is the first time and only time I've ever had an acid sitter, and it was me and my godbrother, like the two worst fucking people you want to be doing drugs with, by the way. So I was at his house. I'm like 6 hours deep into a trip, and I'm peeking again. I'm on the couch, and there's this Buddha poster in front of me. If you've ever seen this Buddha poster, it's a fat Buddha, and it's flames all around him, but it's like little like drawings of flames, and they're just going around him. So I'm tripping. Buddha poster, all right, fat Buddha, flames. All right, yeah. I try to leave. I'm hungry as fuck. It's like 2 a.m. I'm trying to leave. So I get off the couch, and I look at the Buddha poster, and the flames are circling around the poster. They're still on the poster.
That's good. That's a good
They're
sign.
circling around the poster. Oh, yeah, I know, right? And then the Buddha's just going, don't leave, bro.
No.
Don't leave.
Did you leave?
Bro. No, I didn't fucking
I say
leave.
you don't leave. No, you can't
When
leave.
a fat Buddha
Good.
tells you
No,
not
exactly.
to leave,
No, I don't.
sit your ass down.
No, I know exactly.
Like,
I was gonna say, I was like, you
no,
can't
I'm
turn
not.
down that sign.
Yeah, bro.
If you leave, you can't ever be like, I just send me a sign somewhere.
Dude, when Buddha,
And then
when-
you're tripping
when our Lord
balls.
and Savior, when Buddha's Christ says, don't leave, bro, you sit your ass down.
Now, the one time I did shrooms, I was up at Central. I wasn't going there. I just went up there. My brother had a place, so we went there, up there because we could be alone. And I was doing them, and all the walls, I could see it was Mona Lisa's eyes, were just like shadows, silhouettes, covered the walls. And like you said, when you said you swore the stars were dancing, I wasn't outside during that night, but I was outside like during like sunset. Mm-hmm. I swear, we were on the back of a giant green dragon, the Earth. I could see. I was like, because it was like a hill. Because it was like on a hill. Because like we're at a where was it? We're at like a disc golfing course. So it was like all these hills and stuff, and I'm on this hill, and like I can kind of see the side of the hill, and I swear I saw it. It was breathing.
You're like, oh, fuck.
You know, and it was
man.
green, and I was just like, I guess the planet's just one giant green dragon. I was like, I guess that's just what it is.
You probably said that shit out
I mean,
loud,
like,
in front of people.
I wouldn't say I stand by it, but I definitely could be convinced by it. You know, like it would take not a lot of evidence, but like, I mean, how much evidence have they shown me on how I believe the planet is now? You know, not a lot. You know, they showed me some stuff in 6th grade, and I was like, all right, that sounds about right.
At least you don't think the Earth is flat.
You know, my friend added me into this was a couple years ago. Added me into a Facebook dating group for flat earthers, and some interesting people. You know,
I'm not saying they should be cold or anything.
They would like just post, but the stuff they'd post was like they'd post like a video of like them inside like an airplane, and like you'd be like looking out the window and you'd see like the jet stream, and they'd be like, explain that to me. And I was like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
I was like, I don't get
aviation.
I was like, I don't get what we're talking. Is this for or against your point? I don't understand. There was just a lot of weird stuff on there. You know, I didn't. Long story short, I didn't find a wife. But I'm still hopeful that maybe there's another flat Earth group out there for me.
Damn, bro, just
that
try Tinder. I don't think Facebook's
Not until they bring back the Tinder stories.
Dude, I don't think they're going to, bro. As soon as they bring it back, take pictures. Think of that shit, bro. Where are the girls?
I tell you, if they told me, if I find, and I wouldn't put this past the government, and I wouldn't put this past Tinder, but if someone tells me in like 10, 15 years from now, they're like, oh, you know that the government's been using AI on Tinder to, Tinder profiles to test their AI on people. I'm like, I believe that. Because sometimes
They're doing it on everything.
I'd have a conversation with somebody, and then like it would be like, I'm like, oh, this is an actual conversation, and then bop, like, what? Where'd that come from? Out of nowhere, like mid conversation.
Like
Here's the phone number.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
like,
Facebook listens so closely, like literally you could be talking about like cat food, and next thing you know, you're saying ads about cat food.
What it drives me nuts is like I would at least like it to be helpful because like I only notice like when I Google something, I don't have to click on a link. I just Google it and I go to Facebook, and that's the ad. And I'm like, I don't need the ad now. I just Googled the item. You know? Yeah, like I went.
You need more.
Yeah, I went. I went and bought the Godfather box set. Now I don't need ads about the Godfather. I've got the movie. You know this. You've been spying on me. Google actually they sent me because I used YouTube Red and they sent me one of their little at home like speakers just so they could get a better idea of what the fuck I'm talking about. They're like, you haven't been using the voice function on your phone very much. Here, plug this into the most busiest room in the house. Where's all the talking take place?
All the talking?
Yeah.
When all the talking?
Yeah. We'd like to know where you talk about your plans for the future and all your personal information.
He says, just
And all
know
the
that
things you
anything
need
you
to buy,
can,
'cause we're gonna sell it to you.
Just know anything you say will and can be used against you in court of law.
I wouldn't be surprised if pretty soon, like when you see the commercials for like the iHomes or the Alexa, or whatever, they have like the people who do the real speed talking at the end of the train. We're not responsible, and the government is listening, blah, 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 and everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, and everything is subject to. I would like.
If that happens, I'm going fucking black.
I will.
I'm going to the UP.
What is? Oh, yeah.
Going off the grid.
Finding away a couple goats, some chickens.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was off the grid this past weekend. Did you guys have any problems with the power? With the storms?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I heard about it. People, yeah.
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 I'm not gonna finish my battle pass.
I was in Puerto Rico about a week ago. That shit is off the fucking map.
What, the lack of power or greatness in Puerto Rico or something
The
great?
greatness in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay, awesome.
The
Great.
secludedness.
Great job in Puerto Rico.
So she's basically saying it's the stakes.
I believe it's in Puerto Rico, isn't it? You don't pay taxes, but you can't vote. Is that? I believe that's. I think it's Puerto Rico.
It might be.
They can vote?
It might be.
I don't think they can
only
vote.
vote within their own
No, I mean
island.
obviously vote for their own stuff. That would be
Yeah.
crazy if like we had to vote for Puerto Rico.
Like, we don't really talk about that.
So what's going? So who?
They're
Are
a colony.
yeah, who are the two
Right.
candidates? Ah, okay.
Yeah, what they?
What are they running? Ah.
How are they? How are they like?
Yeah.
See mean?
Do we have any videos
Pues
of them?
me
No?
llamo.
No, right?
I say no. I
Si
had.
se puede.
I myself had the power outage. I had to deal with 3 days of no power.
Fuck that.
It was horrible.
2 days, bro.
2 days?
Couldn't do it. I said, fuck it.
Man.
What'd you do?
I left.
What
Went to
would
my
you?
friend's house.
I was honestly no. I almost no. I was about to go to my grandmother's house yesterday. They told me it wasn't going to be on until 11 p.m. tonight, but I came home yesterday and it was on, and I was just like, heat, lights.
I walked
Hot
back in the
shower.
crib, turned
Hot
my
shower.
Xbox on.
Well, for me, the biggest thing is I sleep with a fan, so like I had to sleep in silence, and like I can't do that. Like I was just like it was just like me and my thoughts. I was just like.
I would have just went to YouTube and put on that fan sound.
Like that one
Well, no, that's the
homer
thing. So that's the thing I do. I would go in, I would find thunderstorm noises.
Oh,
But here is the best part of it, is I have Sprint, which is a lot like not having a phone company.
Yeah, it's not even sprint, it's jog, it's walk,
like-
it's crawl.
It's like, would you like to pay for a phone company without having the phone service? Come to Sprint.
Come to Sprint.
Because, so we couldn't use Wi-Fi, obviously we couldn't use anything. So I'm like, no big deal. This is what I pay for data for, right?
Wrong.
This is why I have unlimited data. I have 3 to 4 bars. LTE, that's
Where
good
is
enough.
it?
I couldn't Google anything. I couldn't load a YouTube video.
Nothing.
I'm just waiting for this
It was
5G to
Boost
roll out so
Mobile
it
is-
could kill us, but I'm going to have amazing service.
Hey, whatever.
At least you can call people. Boost Mobile doesn't let me call anybody. Don't have any service. It'll be like 2 bars, won't call anybody.
Boost Mobile.
I will say that that's
Don't get
one thing. They
Boost.
are decent with.
Get Cricket.
They're decent with the. Well, actually, I don't know if they're decent. I gotta say this because that's a real wall. Pay no attention to the.
Real wall.
Pay no mind to the. You are so strong, man.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
That's that shit right now.
Wow, how much you bench? Like 1,000, 2,000?
Nah.
Goodness, that's a sturdy wall, man.
No,
what,
I
athletes
just
your
Reinforced
whole
with
life?
steel.
I did get a new max 2 days ago, though. I am now benching 325 pounds.
Yeah, Okay.
Max, bro, 325 pounds.
3250.
You got it.
Very nice.
32
Very nice.
Traps on deck. We're going back to squatting tomorrow, though.
Like I was saying, the sprint, though, like I said, I don't know how they are with the service. I can't officially say this because at one point, a few years back, I had a sprint, and I started noticing, because I had a few friends at the time, I started noticing that I wasn't getting text messages that I was supposed to be getting. I wasn't getting phone calls. They weren't going through.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
Notorious.
what's going on, Sprint? Excuse me, but I pay you for this.
We're
You know,
going
I was
to take
like,
your money.
I was like, hey, dude, I asked Sprint, I said, Sprint, could I please get the text that I was supposed to get? They've been sent, but I haven't gotten them. Could you just send them through? And he says to me on the phone, with a court order, we can get them. And I was like, okay. I said, well, what about the $70 I pay monthly? Do you think that would be enough to get my text messages?
Don't bring up bullshit.
He was like, it was like,
That's in the past.
You ever seen South Park with the when they go talk to the cable guys? Yeah. It was like that. Oh no! You want to get your text messages? Oh no! But we're the only one. I guess you just have to talk to the other guys. Wait, we're it, aren't we?
Oh my God. I fucking love South Park so much. Like, if
South
it wasn't
Park
for
is-
South Park, I wouldn't know how to curse as like a 7-year-old.
South Park is.
Okay.
I gotta say, I think I gotta thank Mel Brooks for cursing. Mel Brooks or who did I watch? George Carlin. I gotta thank George Carlin for cursing. Comedians, or Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, a little bit for
Good
cursing.
for
Waking
Nice.
up on HBO and seeing Delirious when I was 8 years old was probably the most.
What do you like about Delirious or Raw?
I liked Raw better.
Same.
But
I was a
Delirious
more fan of Raw.
Was a good one.
The bits of his father are gotta be some of the greatest. This is my house.
Although you
My
can't do the
house.
accent. You can't do the accent.
I don't give a fuck. I'm drunk.
would you do that
Lil, I'm
accent,
drunk. It's beautiful. I love it. Eddie Murphy. I thought he was supposed to do a stand-up recently. He was supposed to. There was rumor.
So you can't pay Eddie.
Corona.
There was rumor that he was supposed to do a stand-up. Everyone blames Corona. Honestly, I don't know if I want him to do a stand-up.
Why?
Just because, not to say, I mean, I'm gonna love it anyway what he does, but like those, because he wasn't known necessarily for doing like stand-up, consistent stand-up. Really, he did like 2 stand-up specials and then went into the
went into
movies.
acting, yeah.
So like, not as like like Dave Chappelle was always doing stand-up, and even when he got out of the limelight, he was doing stand-up. So like, the only reason I say that is because like, if there's a drop off, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna love it either way.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna
Some
enjoy it.
people
It's gonna be
wanna be
nice just to
different.
see it. But I am worried about that drop off because it has been a long time, and don't want to knock that over. But at the same time, regardless, I'm gonna watch it. Once it comes out, I'm gonna watch it. I had Raw memorized as a child. Like I used to have that on my iPod, just on loop. Yeah. I loved it.
Shit, nah, I had like, you ever heard of Jim Jeffries?
I love Jim Jeffries.
I used to be.
Jim Jeffries is great.
Jim
His
Jeffries
bit
fan.
about gun rights is fantastic.
I like all that shit about like doing coke with, no, shit. Or just like what was the one where his the dude with his friend with multiple.
The multiple
Muscular
sclerosis.
dystrophy.
Yeah,
That's
muscular
right.
dystrophy.
Yeah, that was the greatest fucking bit of all time.
That was a great. Yeah, and then one
I'll
about
take you. I just want to know what happened.
with a bit about when he was casting for that role, and he had a guy come in a wheelchair, and but like he didn't even like use the wheelchair. He had someone like carry it up the stairs for him, like unfolded. Who would you say is your favorite comedian of all time?
Right now.
Right now.
Or
Let's
of
say
all
right.
time?
Let's say
It
all
changes.
time,
It does
and then
change.
currently, who do you think is the best right now?
All right. Currently, who I think is the best right now, just off of sheer like work. I'd have to say.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart?
Kevin.
Okay.
I don't think he's the funniest though. I think they're
Just right
I mean, he's
now.
putting in the
Just
work. No, I
how
mean, he's
he's,
for
he's
sure.
been
He
He said,
dominating.
I mean, he was selling out stadiums last time people were doing, anything.
Right.
You know, who would you say who was greatest of all time? Who would you
greatest
say?
of all time right now. Like funny wise, probably about Tom Segura. Or,
Tom Segura. He's got
or Bill Burr. One of those.
Bill
two.
Burr's
I feel
great.
like Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, he can't go wrong. You see his both
He's
of them.
always like
Did you
at
see-
the top though.
did you
Like,
see
you
both,
really can't, like,
did
he's
you guys
like a
see-
given.
He's fucking funny.
Did you guys
That
see
guy's fucking hilarious.
Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle's SNL monologues?
I haven't.
Just check out the monologues on YouTube. They both got monologues. They did it in the past month. They're fantastic. Yeah, they're great. But I'll say for I think my favorite of all time has got to be George Carlin.
George
He's just I grew up on him. I knew all his shit. I had it memorized. I'd say greatest right now. It's hard not to say Dave Chappelle after seeing Dave Chappelle, but then John Mulaney is fantastic.
I've been hearing that name a lot. I'm gonna check out.
Check
his
out
stuff.
John Mulaney, and then he's not on Netflix. I don't think so yet, but you can find him on YouTube and Spotify. Kyle Kinane. He's fantastic.
I've heard that name too.
He's fantastic. Yeah, he's like kind of like a very like, very wordy, like kind of a wordsmith, but at the same time has like a little blue collar feel to him. He's really good. He just goes on these tangents and these rants and, I definitely would recommend him.
Shit, the only blue collar dude that I really fucked with was Ron White. Out of that
Ron White was great.
Out of that whole gang of guys.
But like I'd say
he
he's
was
like
always around.
I'd say just like but like, Ron White was barely even blue. He was just like part of the tour. He
feel
wasn't even
oh.
blue collar really. I feel like at least
was
like in
more
the
like-
way that they were.
I feel like he was more of like that hipster dude, like in that out of that whole blue the whole blue collar. Sorry. Collar. Why can't I speak today? The whole blue collar guys. He was the hipster guy. He was in a fucking suit, and like yellow shades, so everybody was in a fucking flannel.
Big cigar, thing of scotch. Oh no, he was great. I loved his they call me tater salad.
He had that plantation swagger. Like I like to call it.
How do you guys feel about the verses? Like with the artists? Like the verses?
The verses, I haven't actually been gone into much detail with them. Is that how do they do it? Is it just go song by song?
Yep, song by song. They're doing one tomorrow with Jeezy and Gucci Man.
Ooh, okay.
So who do you guys got? Pop question.
I got Gucci. I grew up on Gucci. No. Sorry, I got Jeezy. Jeezy on this one, bro.
I gotta
Sorry, I
say,
have Gucci. I'll go Shay on this.
wasn't that good? If Gucci plays Gucci Bandana,
For a second, I thought you
it's
meant,
over.
like in my kitchen. Like
It's
if he plays,
over.
like in my.
If he plays Yellow School, what is it, Short Bus? Yeah, Lemonade is a good one.
Any USDA USDA like that.
Yeah, like Jeezy, he's like this whole time, like they were saying like he was talking about a girl. Whole time he was talking about girl, like cocaine. On his songs,
Like that
yeah.
Tupac song, "Me and My Girlfriend." We was just talking about his gun the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
But he's talking about coke and all his music. It's okay though, because Pusha T is probably doing the same thing.
Who do you think will win in a versus battle between Lil Baby and Young Boy?
Who?
Young Boy, NBA Young Boy.
Oh, Young Boy. I like Young Boy. I'm gonna go with Young Boy.
Ooh.
How people who listen to NBA Young Boy fight.
Do everything with hella passion, hella aggression. Yeah, I think Young Boy will win that one.
Yeah, I probably.
What about Young Boy and Ellie
It's off
Chopper?
a cloud. Woo! That's a good one.
That's a good one. Right
That is a
there.
fucking good one. I would have to say Young Boy because his catalog is bigger.
extensive.
How do they decide what song goes up against what song?
I think they just.
Did they go by like most like
I
what's
think
got
they
the most
pick it.
views maybe, or what's got the most sales, or maybe what's got the, or maybe in time of length when in their career when it came out?
I think they let
just
the
go
the
song
people,
for song.
Like
Yeah, they
because I could
probably
see
let the
like
people-
I could see. I'm sorry, keep going.
They probably let the people choose.
I could see it interesting being like go like debut album type thing going like but yeah that makes sense. But the people choose so.
Well, shit, let Jay-Z choose the Black Album and let fucking shit. Honestly,
Fucking Thug Motivation, the whole track, the whole
That would
album.
be funny if they had to.
Let it play the whole
I don't even
way.
know what I could put next to that album.
Like,
Such a great album.
like man.
I don't know, shit.
Alrighty, well that does it for this week on Booth Talk. Do you guys want to talk about where we can see your project next, or when your next project is coming out, and say goodbye to everyone?
December 4th is when I'll be dropping Out of Love featuring, well, I'm the feature, but with Prince A-Rob on all platforms, fuck it, Twitter story, wherever the fuck you can find me at, I'm there. And then the album next year.
And you can find me on Instagram. I don't have anything coming out. Well, I do, but like, I have ADHD, so that shit's gonna come out when it comes out. Just keep on the lookout. You can find me on Instagram at wolf_Scorpio, Twitter at the same thing. I do like to game, so be on the lookout for my Twitch channels and everything. But
Yes,
it's all
Twitch.
everything's coming soon. Just be on the lookout on the social media channels.
Awesome. We'll have to get into the games next time you're on.
Oh, for sure.
All right, that was Booth Talk. See you next week.